Hey guys, welcome back to the Music Mindset Channel. I heard one time in a song where it said, "The day the music died." And that was in reference to the tragic plane crash on February 3rd, 1959, where three prominent rock and roll musicians, Buddy Holly, Ritchie Valens, and J.P. the Big Bopper Richardson died. But to me, I wasn't even born. So I can't appreciate what those people might have felt during that time. But I do have an idea of what people felt the day that Freddie Mercury died. That was in 1992. I was a grown man, but I didn't know much about Freddie Mercury, and I didn't know much about Queen either. But I did know that they were a powerful group that had a big following and a strong fan base. So right now I want to dig into exactly who Freddie was and exactly what happened to him back in those days and why he left us so early, so soon. So if you can stand to be patient with me for a moment, I want to dig into this story with the help of Mr. V-Man. Mr. V-Man, tell us who he was and what happened.
To me, sex was a very integral ingredient to what I was doing. Mm. So it was a very major factor of a lot of things I did. But I mean, I would never have sort of thought, oh no, sex and nothing else. No. So it was all these things that were, and I was living by them all. Yeah, they were all okay, and I was living them to the full.
Yeah, Mr. Mindset. We've had some great music innovators to leave us, but way too soon. And this guy is another in a long line of performers and musicians that we will forever miss. Well, so Freddie Mercury, born Farrokh Bulsara on September 5th, 1946 in Zanzibar, was a force of nature on stage. As the frontman of Queen, his flamboyant performances and incredible vocal range made him a legend. Queen's hits like Bohemian Rhapsody, We Will Rock You, and Somebody to Love dominated the charts and redefined rock music. Queen's success was not just about the music, it was Freddie's unparalleled stage presence that captivated audiences worldwide. But while his public persona was larger than life, Freddie was intensely private about his personal life. Despite his fame, Freddie kept his personal life away from the spotlight. He spent much of his time with a small circle of trusted friends, including his assistant Peter Freestone, partner Jim Hutton, and best friend Mary Austin. Few people knew about his health struggles until the very end, but rumors about Freddie's health began circulating in the mid-1980s. Tabloids speculated about his condition, particularly after his noticeable weight loss.
Press had their final bit of sort of vitriol against Freddie at that time, you know.
By 1986, there were whispers that he had been tested for HIV/AIDS. Despite this, Freddie continued to work, recording and performing with Queen. Freddie was officially diagnosed with HIV in 1987, but he chose to keep this information private to maintain his normal life.
I've got it.
Contrary to what the movie showed, which was just creative license for an emotional effect,
AIDS.
Freddie actually discussed his illness in 1989 during a private dinner with his closest friends. This was at a restaurant called the Bavaria in Montreux, Switzerland, and included all of his bandmates. Brian may recall, "We knew he was terribly ill. It was really only a confirmation of what we guessed." Freddie's last public performance was at the 1990 Brit Awards. By May 1991, he appeared in the music video for These Are the Days of Our Lives, where his frail appearance was evident. On November 23, 1991, just a day before his death, Freddie released a public statement confirming he had AIDS.
Following enormous conjecture in the press, I wish to confirm that I have been tested HIV positive and have AIDS. However, the time has now come for my friends and fans around the world to know the truth.
Freddie spent his final days at his home in Garden Lodge, Kensington, surrounded by his closest friends and loved ones. His condition had deteriorated significantly by this point. He was suffering from bronchial pneumonia, a severe complication of AIDS, which caused immense physical pain and required constant medical attention. During his illness, Freddie was treated with various medications to manage his symptoms and slow the progression of the disease. AZT, zidovudine, was one of the primary drugs used to treat HIV/AIDS at the time, aimed at reducing the viral load. He also received treatments to manage opportunistic infections, which are common in AIDS patients due to their weakened immune systems. Freddie's doctors included some of the best specialists in the field, who provided him with the latest treatments available. Despite their efforts, the lack of effective AIDS medications in the late 1980s and early 1990s meant that his health continued to decline. Freddie's hospital stays became more frequent as his condition worsened. He was in and out of hospitals for treatments, but he spent his final months at home, under the care of his trusted friends and medical staff. His partner, Jim Hutton, and assistant, Peter Freestone, played crucial roles in his care during these difficult times.
The rock star Freddie Mercury died last night, the day after he announced that he had AIDS. He was 45 and had been lead singer with the group Queen for 20 years.
Freddie passed away on November 24, 1991, officially from bronchial pneumonia resulting from AIDS, the coroner's report confirmed. Following his death, Freddie's funeral and cremation was at Kensal Green Cemetery in a private ceremony. It was attended by his close friends and family, according to Freddie's wishes. Mary Austin received his ashes and was instructed to bury them in a secret location, which remains unknown to the public to this day. Freddie's death was a watershed moment in the fight against HIV/AIDS, especially at a time when the disease was heavily stigmatized.
Tonight, to celebrate the life and work and dreams of one Freddie Mercury.
Following his death, Queen's remaining members organized the Freddie Mercury tribute concert for AIDS awareness in April 1992, raising millions for AIDS research and awareness. Freddie Mercury's impact on music and culture is immeasurable. His legacy lives on through his music and the Mercury Phoenix Trust, a charity dedicated to fighting HIV/AIDS worldwide. His story is a powerful reminder of the impact one person can have, both in life and in death. We'll probably never have another so great. Back to you, Sir Mindset.
Yeah, man, that's a sad story, man. I've done a couple of Queen reaction videos, and I've gotten a chance to learn a lot more about these guys that I did not know. When I was younger, I could not appreciate this music. I did not know why people loved them so much. As I've gotten older, I understand exactly why. The people were having fun and they were doing what they loved, and it comes out in the music. Freddie Mercury had to be one heck of a guy in person. You know, the thing that I like most about what I know about him, not having seen any of the movies yet, is that it seems as though he was doing what he wanted to do. He didn't seem to have much regret, he says. You know, of course, the consequences of some of the choices he made, if he had to do it over again, he might not have done it. But he didn't have those regrets for chasing after just living life and having fun, man. He's a special kind of person. I love his music. And I got a stronger appreciation now knowing a little bit more about him. I appreciate you guys checking out the Music Mindset channel. I'm going to be doing more videos on stories on some of the musicians and the things that happened to cause them to no longer be with us anymore, if you know what I mean. Don't be afraid to take a look at some of the other videos on the channel because they help the channel grow and allows me to bring you more material that you love to see. So support the channel any way you can. Comment, share, like the video, and I'll see you guys next time on the Music Mindset channel.